Hey yo, guys! It's your boy Jared Poole, and we are back right now as as the playoffs in AFL have already begun, and so far it's been crazy. It's been drama as in the wild as in the wild card rounds in each AFL. Jets take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins debuted some special uniforms. But even with those special uniforms on, the Jets show that the second time that their first rematch was no fluke, as they beat the Dolphins 50-28 in a surprise upset. Cat 49ers versus Cowboys should be soon. That's one of three wild card games for each side. And the second one, which is Broncos taking on the Chargers, went ugly, but in the end, Chargers took away, showed that why they were the better team in the AFC West, beating the Broncos 34-32 in the wild card round. And this is pretty much a huge upset too, because the Broncos had the AFC West in their hands. It was something that they could do, but the Chargers got back. Meanwhile, there's more news about this stuff too. Well, the Falcons take on the Bears, and the Bears lose 42-20. Now which was pretty much no surprise that the Falcons would have won anyway. But another wild card game is going to be coming up, and this is going to be 49ers versus the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 5-5 in the NFC West, and the NFC West division winners. Meanwhile, the Niners 6-4, got second place, the defending Super Bowl champions. So can the Niners go ahead and win the playoff? This playoff game to see another game. We're gonna find out about that one soon. But this one's mainly focused on talking about records that were set. We're not talking about new records that were set in the 8th season of the AFL. Now here we are. Cactus Jack Math broke the single game records of most receptions and most receiving yards in a single game, as he recorded 24 receptions, gaining 482 yards. He averaged 20 yards a catch. A true deep threat indeed. And to cap that magical day, the Falcons even escaped with the win. And that's now, when you look at it, that's saying something. Now, Math will end up pretty much. He'll pretty much end up making he and his Falcons are in the playoffs right now, and they already are in the divisional round thanks to their win over the Bears. Another record that was another mighty mark that fell was the most rushing yards in the season, which was previously held by Turkov, but was stolen away by the first 1,000-yard rusher in AFL history. I'm talking about AFL AC or we all know him as Reese. Reese went ahead, not only set an AFL record. He became the first person in AFL history to rush for 1,000 yards in a single season. This is also the most ever in a single season by a quarterback. He also takes home the most rushing attempts in a season too, which is also the most ever by QB. We know the drill, people. You know the drill. But we all, like I said, we all are looking forward to see what we can go ahead and have as we look at each of these ones. Pretty much, and now we are going to go ahead and talk some NFL. Who leads who? First, we gotta talk with Death ATL. Who we all know, his Steelers are known for going 10-0. Here we go. Well, Pittsburgh wounded up going ahead. Well, the Pittsburgh quarterback went ahead and rounded up 4,814 passing yards. And this is also against a drum on. He threw 62 touchdowns against 17 interceptions. He leads the league in touchdown passes and in passing yards. Leading the most completions this year is also being given out to Jeff. The most attempts this year, clearly to Jeff, and he'll also take home the highest completion percentage. But he takes home the most. No, I second that. He takes home he comes in second for most passing yards in a game, as Udime in 2 games recorded averaged 486 passing yards a game. Okay, most average passing yards per attempt. We'll go ahead and go home to Kyetra. Now, leading the league in interceptions is J.B. Hunters, as he throws a whopping 22 interceptions. He's pretty much the only quarterback that has thrown an interception in a single year. But he should be happy though that he didn't go ahead and rob himself. He should be happy that he threw 24 touchdowns, and not to mention so that means throwing more touchdowns and less picks. But he should be happy that he didn't set the interception single season record. Because, spoiler alert, he was 15 interceptions shy. So be happy if you guys are watching this, you went ahead and took that. You guys either avoided a record or set a record. Leading the league in rushing yards obviously goes to AFL HC with that 1,000 yard rushing mark, averaging 112 yards per game, which is most in the league, averaging 9.3 yards a carry, which should be, and I presume, among guys with the eligible of minimum of 10 carries. He is eligible as Zach of the Eagles. He ends up taking the spot with 10 pretty much 10 carries. Second play. Either way, he also led the league in carries, but he ties first place in rushing touchdowns, as he ties with Beast QT of the Dolphins. He has the most rushing attempts of over 20 yards, and accumulated 43 first downs. Also pretty much first place in the league. Everyone else's best game pretty much came in the season finale. going off for 224 yards and picking up shit tons of first downs. But what made this even more amazing is that one thing that he got lacked of, it was considered overshadowed by, was Daddy Isaac sacking him and doming him in his own stadium. In fact, we're all commenting. I've been asking him how does it feel, but I'm not gonna go into further detail. Leading the league in catches will end up going out to Cactus Jack Math with 55 catches. Despite having a great year, he fell shy of getting 1,000 yards receiving, but we should all go ahead and respect this fact of his 482-yard game back out in week 6. So, and he also scored 6 touchdowns in that game, so don't be mad at him. Now leading the league in receiving yards will go to Saints rookie 33 Dow, who we all think should be the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, as he has 1,385 receiving yards, and he leads everyone with receiving touchdowns with a whopping 22. Yes, that's right, people. 22. Okay, QB insurance. The most receiving yards, even takes the most, averaging the most receiving yards per game. And but he does not go. But despite all those efforts, we have to talk more about this. Chugging the train, and he'll take home, getting the most yards after catch, getting the most receiving first downs. Will be LV Citizen of the Cowboys, and the most over 20 yards of catch will be going out to Texatrola. And the most yards per catch average, 33 down, obviously. But this is also weird because we saw that former tech back from season. So you see, back from season 7. Quarterback v. Tyler, he was going ahead and playing QB. He makes a switch to wide receiver, and he puts up some okay numbers. But hey, he's working with Def ETL, so, and he went 10-0 as with his starters, so I can't really complain. I cry. I can't. Leading the league in interceptions will go to Vincent W19. As he has 12 picks. His 109 interception return yards it's second in the league behind Deshaun Watson. Not Deshaun Watson, the Texans, mind you, if you're actually thinking this is AFL, so like it's this guy spells Deshaun, it's DESHAXN, not Deshaun with the U, it's with the X. So he goes ahead. But either way, leading the league on pretty much yards per return should be, and it will go out to, I think it'll be going out to Watson. The most pick 6 for the season will be forgot with 2 pick 6s. Congratulations, man. An easy congrats. Well, meanwhile, Buster Boys 3000 Slam takes home the sacks. Will be the sack king of season 8 as he takes home 16 sacks. He's right now happy that he went ahead and avoided getting his title stolen from Caden Boy 4 at 15, or his own teammate Aussie at 14. But Aussie did go ahead and he tied a single season record for safeties as he ties it with 3. So in other words, he's gonna go ahead and join pretty much. He's gonna go ahead and join Death Squads again, taking home another big one. So congrats to him. Well, sack yards this year will go out to Slan, and at the most yards per sack will go out to South, the Jets. Stop it, noobs. If you think I'm happy about that the Jets guy had a title, stop it. Get some help. But I'm happy to announce that for the most kick returns will go out to Creepy Chewy, as he also takes some of the most kick return yards this season. But he's not my guy without, although putting up some impressive stuff, he does not win the Brownie Award, as the guy that ends up beating him out isn't Beast QT. I mean, Nay and Buster Boy's 3,000 Spade. They each tied for first place with kick return touchdowns, but Spade will go ahead as my vote because he had the better kick return average. But speaking of kick return averages, Spade takes home the kick return yards per kick return average with 59.2. That is gonna be that's gonna be something you gotta be happy about. So now, with everything said and done for NFL, let's hop in and talk about CFB. But we're gonna talk in like who leads who. Now, Sins will obviously take home the title as for most touchdown passes and most passing yards. Obviously, most passing yards per game will go to Larry Fitzgerald. I think Fitzgerald was 448.8. Most completions goes out to Miserable Sins, and pretty much most pass attempts. He goes ahead and he takes that. Okay. Now, taking out the passing. So Jers 4L of Notre Dame, he takes home the yards per throw average, the most interceptions in the game, 26, set by Roboy. You gotta love it. Taking home the rushing crown will go home to Tennessee quarterback Politico, as he rushes for 532 yards on 62 carries, which both tops the league. Taking home the yards per carry thing will be for this one, he had to have a minimum of 10 carries. Okay, let me be right back. The crown will go to Xavier Norrell. But that's I'm not really gonna say much. So yeah. Taking home the rushing touchdown thing. It goes to Gers. Most rushing first downs goes to Politico. Most carries that prim over 20 yards will go ahead and surprisingly go to Miserable Sins. Nice. Most catches this season will go to Carrot with 54 catches. He also leads the league with 870 receiving yards and 15 receiving touchdowns. Most catches, the average pretty much, I think, goes to Jari Asama. Now it's gonna probably go to It's gonna go to Horrible Nick. Stop torturing me, guys. Just stop it. Get some help. Taking on the most yards per game. The yards per game average will go to 8th and B18. Most receiving touchdowns thing goes to Carrot, obviously. Most catches over 20 yards. Carrot again for receiving first downs will go to Carrot again, and taking home the yards after catch thing will go to Ignatius Solom. Rip. RPTU, bro. RPTU. Although there's been controversy about whether Nick Gaming YT or Miserable Sins. Well, either way, 7 interceptions were made by. Overall, the lead was pretty much tied. Was a 4-way tie with Miserable Sins, Nick Gaming, Diesel on Ice, and Thugology. But Dogology goes ahead and he takes on the defensive back of the year, even though we all knew it was clearly Diesel on Ice. So we all knew that he got snubbed, and we're all mad about it. So yeah. Either way, taking on the most interception return yards will be Diesel on Ice. Most yards per return should be, I think, and it'll go out to Door. So, and tied for picks, and there were a bunch of people tied for pick sixes. 704 tameable takes on the sack, takes on 18 sacks and takes on the most sack yards. But District and Val takes on the most safeties. The average should be out there to Yell the Immortal. No, it's gonna go to Micah the Immortal. Okay. Nice. And the kick return, man, the kick return thing, I don't know why they haven't put down that Nebraska guy on there, but Berserk Ty goes ahead and he takes pretty much almost everything. And no one got a kick return touchdown except that Nebraska guy. I can't seem to find, because I think he sucks and he's shy. Yeah. So I appreciate my brain. Now, with this all said and done, we have to go ahead and get ready, as the playoffs should be still continuing. I haven't received any confirmation about whether there's going to be any games today. But either way, everyone's saying that they will happen today. And before we go ahead and hop into this next game is 49ers versus Cowboys. I have the 49ers winning this one because, well, if you think about this clearly, it's just Jack has good talent. Saying he's okay, but then again, we're talking about probably one of the greatest dual threat quarterbacks of all time. Everyone's saying Beast QT is, but I clearly think it's going to be Reese. So he's obviously going to go ahead and take on the rush. He's obviously going to go ahead and take on running back of the year. Obviously. Why shouldn't he? He's the running back of the... He pretty much made running back for the Pro Bowl, so... Overall, the dual threat ability will be too much for the Cowboys to handle. So I predict a 49ers win. If it was a point spread, however, 44-28 will be my points. Will be my points projection, because like I said, there isn't really much that pretty much our guys can prove. I'm talking by our guys, that pretty much Jack can do. The only guy, unless they go ahead and do a mix up thing with Huddy, I don't think I honestly don't think he's gonna go ahead and take on anything anytime soon. So, while we are, well, as we are, I'm pretty much getting excited for our game, but oh, here's one. Who's the worst head coach for the kitchen random base? We're talking some AFL stuff. Well, everyone has pretty much. Everyone's pretty much predicting an easy 49ers win. Either way, your boy here has to go ahead and saddle out. But if you guys haven't, make sure to leave that like, because surprisingly, and according to my analytics, only we were not. There's pretty much like I said, there's only sorry, I'm having a little bit of a problem here. So according to my analytics, about 88% of you guys haven't subscribed yet. So please go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, because you subscribe for more content, and I'll have to go ahead. See y'all next time. Saddle up.